Thank you for joining us for our first video/podcast. My name is Wayne.
I'm Mark.
And we just want to introduce you to our comic book shop, Heroes and Wizards in Webb City, Missouri. We are a full-service LCS. You want to tell them a little bit about our services and what we provide?
I mean, we provide a lot, actually. We do custom shirt making. We do comic book pressing. We also sell raw and graded comics. Also, you come in, we bring a good homely atmosphere. I mean, we're trying to build we're doing our best, let me rephrase that. We're doing our best to build a community that, likes to come in and enjoy being here. Not just because of what we have, even though it's small at the moment, we're always growing with it. Our inventory and selection, other than our bronze, silver aged, even golden age. Yeah, see, I forget. Which we mainly collect on the comic book side of things. You come in, we do have some very, very good pieces to look at. Exactly the one in front of you with the, what is that, SG1 Stargate, graded at a 9.6. I mean, just that alone is, I would feel something interested in that nerd side of things. I mean, I'm a huge Stargate fan myself because of this gentleman right here. But we just want somebody to come in and be like, I love the atmosphere here, right. Or I like what you guys have, or if you even have suggestions on things that you would be interested in, we're always up for that as well. So for me, coming here is like I would want something that I would want to walk into and be enjoyed in, not just other people.
Exactly. And that's what we've done. We're trying to build a community, and we've got a very good start at it. We just completed our third week in business.
Third week, guys.
Hey, this
awesome.
It's been an adventure every day.
It is, every single day.
And we've grown every day. Every day we pick up new customers and new family members, as it is, because fortunately, a lot of the people that have started with us that came in on the first week have already come back 2 and 3 times. And that's what it takes. And the way we get there is basically by providing a good service to our customers. We provide them with what they're looking for. If it's comics, we have a very broad selection with very competitive prices, and I hear it all the time from the people that come in here that are just ecstatic as to our pricing, because we're not out to make a killing. We're not doing this to get rich. We're doing this because it's a passion of ours. It's what we love.
Same thing with our D&D. Sorry to interrupt you, but same thing with our D&D books. Our dice, we have many selections of dice. If you're an avid tabletop gamer, we have the dice for you. Not only that, we, again, want to build that community by not only doing a podcast and telling you guys what we're about, but also bringing in us, showing you what we do on a daily basis. Even with this podcast, you can see the store behind us, and I mean, we have a dice selection on the wall. We have metal dice when you come in and look at the casing. We have figurines. We have, I mean, even though it's not a big store, our plan is to grow. That's all we want to do.
And like you said, it's not a big store, but we've already pretty much filled our space.
Yeah. Fast. It was faster than I expected, honestly.
Yeah.
And which is awesome because growth is always unexpected.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched one of my friends grow 7 inches in one night, so I mean.
I don't even want to ask how that happened.
Yeah, I don't either, but I mean, he came back the next day. I was like, dude, why am I looking up at you?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. So, I mean, with things just, it's awesome to do something like this. For me, I've always wanted this as growing up for a community for myself, because as a child I was always seen as the outcast because I like different things, and now it's become a freaking culture.
Yep, it really is. And we're all about pop culture. Movies, videos, video games, comics, graphic novels, and
manga. We will be getting into manga, guys.
Yes, we sure will. And hopefully that'll be coming within the next week or two. What we have in front of us here is a Stargate SG1 special convention issue that came from August of 2003. No, it's not a 9.8, but that's okay. This is one Actually, this is my first CGC submission.
Oh, wow.
That this went in on, because I've been a huge Stargate fan from the beginning, from from the movie to Stargate SG-1, Stargate Atlantis, and then on to Stargate Universe. They all have something different, but there has been a consistent theme that has ran through the entire series that I really, really like. We don't have a lot of Stargate comics up on the wall because I've been sitting on them. We have a few, but the big thing right now is, as some of you may or may not know, the Stargate franchise is definitely coming back. They have it in the works right now. As soon as the writer and actors strike is over, they're going to go into production. They've already got the script from all indications. They've already approached people. Amanda Tapping has already made it known that she has been approached to play the commander of SG-1 in the upcoming, and I'm good with that. Amanda Tapping is, last time we saw her, she was Colonel Samantha Carter.
Yeah.
And it appears that now, after a 10-year break or so, since SG-1 was on television, she will be coming back as General Samantha Carter. In the upcoming project, which is just awesome. But this particular comic is one that is near and dear to my heart. It's one of the first Stargates that I got, and I was pleased that it came back a 9.6. Let me set it down right here. Also, let me put another one up for you. I mentioned Stargate Atlantis being the second in the series. I don't have a Stargate Atlantis comic on the desk here with us, but I'll go straight to Stargate Universe. This particular comic is, I don't want to say controversial, because it's not controversial, it's just kind of enigmatic in the respect that you can go on eBay right now and you'll see this book ungraded for sale for $200 to $400. Not even graded.
We have it at a 9.8.
Yes, and we do have it at a 9.8. There is other versions of it that are not colored as brightly as this, that I have found for sale right now in a raw copy for $299 from the publisher. So when the publisher is selling it for $300 for a single comic, Lord knows what the graded version is going to be. This was the earliest version that came out when Stargate Universe first came out. This was the #1. It was the A cover. It was the first cover, but the production run was so low that it jacked the price up.
Oh, wow.
And this is one that we've had on the wall, but I've been in absolutely no hurry to sell.
Yep.
We will have more. My suggestion to everyone out there is, if you get an opportunity or run across an opportunity to pick up Stargate comics, now's your time.
Now would be the time, definitely. With what he mentioned even earlier, Stargate making a comeback, that's going to definitely drive up the price of these things. And with us having a 9.8 graded, with it being a first issue and an A cover, it's bound to be worth something.
Oh gosh, yeah. Especially when they're selling for $300 raw.
Yeah. And we have it graded at a 9.8, which is amazing.
And it wasn't perfect when we got it. When I got this one, it had 3 spine ticks.
Oh, wow.
And I tackled this early on. I pressed probably just a half a dozen comics or so, maybe a dozen, till I built up the experience and the courage to say, okay, I'm ready to tackle this one now. But I practiced on comics of lesser value before I put this under the press.
Oh, wow.
And when it came back a 9.8, it was like, score, baby.
Yes.
That is what we were looking for.
Again, we offer that comic book pressing, and with us taking this in, which it would have probably got like a 9.5, 9.4.
9.4, yeah.
With how it was, and Pop's making it a 9.8, we got some skills over here, guys.
Exactly. Another one that has a project in the works.
This is my favorite issue, though.
Isn't there a project for this as well coming out?
Nintendo. I did see something about Nintendo talking about making a Zelda live action movie or animated movie, depending on who picks it up. Now, for me, I'm going to be a big stickler about this, because ever since I was a child, this is not only the comic, but the game that I would literally say changed my life, because I have it tattooed onto my arm. I'm doing a full sleeve eventually of nothing but Zelda, and this is something that's kind of like to my heart. I have my own issue of this that will never be sold, and I will fight tooth and nail to keep it in my house. But coming in at issue number 2, first print of its series. How you could tell on the first print is that the right here on the left side, the barcode is on it, if you could see it, meaning that it was the first printed of its series. When they printed the second issue of that same series, I say second issue, but second print, they moved the Nintendo logo over to the left more and switched the barcode onto the right side. And that's how you know you get a second print of the series.
Yeah, so if the barcode is under Link and the horse, then that's a second printing. Where it's under the ogre,
that's error.
Error. Okay.
Error. So, what funny thing about error over here? They say that's error. Error is actually was an error code in the old Zelda. I think it was 1 or 2.
Okay.
And he was actually an error code that they fixed, and they just left his name Error. So that's what I remember from it. Quote me if I'm wrong, or don't quote me if I'm wrong. I can't speak today, but it's an awesome issue. I love it so much because Link doesn't look like our modern day Link nowadays. He has red hair, and he looks shorter than what he's led to believe to be. I mean, it's awesome to even have in the store. I would say my personal grade on that would be like a 9.4.
Yeah, I think it's probably somewhere in there. Yeah. Hopefully. We'll probably send this one in at sometime very soon. Probably in the next submission. And the next one I want to show, just to give you an idea of what we carry in our shop. This is a golden age. It's one that I'm very proud of. From July 1947. And no, I wasn't alive then.
I wasn't gonna, I mean, I might have asked,
No, but it's one of the older comics that we have in the shop. It is definitely the oldest graded comic we have in the shop. And for us to have a comic from the 40s that grade out an 8.5, I think it's pretty good.
Didn't you say this was 2 years after World War II?
Yeah, exactly. After the end of World War II.
2 years after the end of World War II. Holy Nikes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this is just incredible. The back of it looks so clean.
It's
so
awesome to have that.
And this has off-white to white pages, which to have that, obviously white pages is the optimum. That's what everybody wants to get. But normally, even in the Copper Age or the Bronze Age, most comics that you run across are not going to be white pages. They'll be off-white or off-white to cream.
Why is that?
Aging, just the aging process. This one, on the other hand, the pages are nice. When you get a comic this old that's off-white to white, that's almost as good as you can get. Obviously, white pages is the best you can get, but there is no way, or very little way, that you're going to be able to get a comic that old to have pristine white pages. Oh yeah, it would have to be kept in some climate-controlled atmosphere for 75 or 80 years, like this one had been. But yeah, Giggle comic number 43. Not only is it in great condition.
Is it 43 or those?
It's number 43.
43.
Yep. And like I said, not only is it in great condition, it's the only number 43 that has ever been graded by CBCS or CGC. I haven't seen a census on PGX. I'm not even sure if they have one yet. But as far as I know CGC and CBCS has never graded this comic before. There are other issues that have been graded, but this is the only one of this issue number
and
to be graded, and it's the high. I mean, obviously, it's the only one and the highest grade. And I want to see someone else come back and beat that grade.
Oh yeah,
for 1947.
I mean, honestly, technically, let's be technical here.
Sure.
We have the only one in the world.
Yes, we do.
And I mean, technically graded at an 8.5?
8.5.
We got the only one in the world, folks.
And just the other day, we had something interesting walk in. The gentleman came in with a stack of really tattered comics. They were dirty, they were dusty. Some of them were in bags, some of them weren't. Some of them were in bags, but there was crud inside the bags where they'd been in there for years and years and years.
Just not taken care of.
Not taken care of at all. And he just came in to see if I'd be willing to buy them from him. And when I first saw it, it's like, no, I don't think there's anything here we're interested in. But then as I got to going a little deeper into the stack, hope against hope that maybe there was something in there, look what we found. Amazing Spider-Man number 17. Steve Ditko and Stan Lee. The great combination that started it all off. And for the 17th issue of Spider-Man to walk in the door, that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. But hear us out. We already know the grade personally just from looking at it, and we gave it ourselves a 0.5. And that was not even a long discussion. We looked at it, we checked the spine, we saw everything. Even at a 0.5, it's still worth something.
Yeah.
I mean, but besides the fact of that, it's just having this issue, period, is amazing. A number 17 Amazing Spider-Man. It's even got freaking Torch on it.
Yeah, the Human Torch.
Yeah, the Human Torch from Fantastic Four, Green Goblin on the cover, Spider-Man. Amazing.
It's a second appearance of the Green Goblin. So that makes it certainly a key issue. What we do on the back, and I don't know if
Can't really see
probably
it,
can't
but-
see it, but we put an information sheet on the back of our comics, especially all the keys. Not so much in the boxes of back issues. Some of those even have them, but all of our key issues have an information sheet on the back that'll tell you who wrote it, who did the artwork on it, what publisher, when it was published. If there's any key event that happened within the issue, like this will denote that it's a second issue of the Green Goblin, or a second appearance of the Green Goblin. And we go on to give it a grade. And not only do we give it a grade, but we list what's wrong with it. So they can look at that, as you may or may not be able to see from there. What's wrong with this one? Well, it's old. And besides that, the back cover is missing. The front cover is detached. But on the bottom, I put incomplete, back cover missing. It still presents, relatively well for what it is, considering the high book on that $1,600.
That's graded at like a 9 and above.
Or 9.8, yeah.
9.8.
Oh, from 9 to 9.8,
Yeah.
8.5 to 9.8, somewhere in there. But the low book on it's over $100. And since this is not a complete issue, it is missing the back cover. That makes it a 0.5 grade, not even a 1, a 0.5. But 0.5, if 1 is $100, then what's 0.5? Half of that?
Half of that.
That's where I'm putting it, somewhere between $40 to $50. I haven't even put a price on it because, yes, it's not in the greatest of condition, but someone will come in here that'll want it.
To complete a run.
And
Something.
we'll be happy to sell it to them. But yeah, it's just amazing what happens, what can walk in the door. And I know to a lot of collectors out there, they're thinking, Spider-Man 17 incomplete, not impressed. You don't have to be. We are.
Yeah. I mean, even for a small LCS that we are, that's something to have in our store, along with the SGU 9.8 graded. I mean, and then having the only Giggles number 43 at an 8.8, right?
Or 8.5.
8.5. I misspoke. 8.5. Only one in the world, folks.
Yeah.
I mean, for a local comic book shop like us, that's pretty awesome.
It is.
We have history, we can say, in this shop as we speak, even though we haven't been open more than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We have some stuff. And not even if you look in the back right there next to Black Adam, that is an original Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Oriental edition. Yeah, that I picked up, and that's just a showpiece for me. I'm a huge Dungeons and Dragons fan, so I do my best to really have a collection of my own, I say. And then speaking of Dungeons and Dragons,
We hadn't covered that yet. Go right ahead.
ooh, Pops had made an amazing purchase. I kind of got excited.
Oh, yeah.
isn't it Dragon Magazine?
Dragon Magazine.
Dragon Magazine. We have a collection of Dragon Magazine coming in, and we will have some of those graded. We will have some of those graded, and they look good, but we're going to have them up on the shelves. So please come in. We are open Monday through Sunday, every day of the week, guys.
Yep.
I'm Mark. This is Wayne. We are Heroes and Wizards, and thanks for coming to our podcast. Any subscribe, any questions, comments, please leave them down there.
Follow us on Facebook.
Yeah, follow us on Facebook, Reddit. We'll have all the social medias. Just come through, check us out. We're located in Webb City, Missouri, right there next to, what is it, Ace Hardware? No, it's not Ace.
Atwoods is up there.
Atwoods, right there off the turn. Just come through and check us out. Just to have you in, that's awesome. If you play D&D, I do one-shot Saturdays as well. But check the Facebook page to see when the events are happening. Other than that, love you guys. I'm Mark again. See ya.